Good day, partners and teacher. Today we are going to do a little explanation about the the violence in our country, the violence in the different countries. Here we can to find a guide in that um, I have a little explanation of different topics that happen in the world. For example, the violence with the people with disabilities and other things. Now, first start our partner. Our partner is Luis. Luis, can you start? Yeah.
Okay, my name is Luis Juan Martinez. I'm going to talk about the violence and sexual abuse of people with disabilities. 15% of the world population lives with these disabilities, and people there are deaf, blind, autism, or who have psychosocial or intellectual disabilities are the most affected by this violence. Around the world, a global study reveals that girls and young women with disabilities face at 10 times more gender-based violence than those with disabilities. Um, Children with disabilities, whether physical, mental, or sensory, are the greater risk of sexual abuse than other children. That is the reason the parents be aware and alert an indicator of abuse. Uh, there are vulnerable factors. There are factors like family factors. There might by overprotection by families, educational factors, lack of sex education, social factors. Um, these people with disabilities, uh, they are in isolation because they find inclined to satisfy other people. Why the abuse choose this kind of people? Because they are easy prey, they are less powerful, they are less able to report this abuse. Um, the profile, the abuse believe that these people report less, and these people is uh, the environment, is the victim, is all partners. Thank you.
Um, Now, I have a topic that is interesting in all the world, but really in Colombia we have different case for the problems with the peace, for the problems with the government, and other thing. Yeah, the sexual violence of indigenous women against all human beings. Really, the sexual violence is a problem that in all the world is is. Here in Colombia, we can to find different acts. For example, in the violence of the gender, the violence with people that were in communities, indigenous communities that have problems with the government. Um, Many times in the country, the case that happened occurred with children under 40 years ago. years of age. And in most of time of this, the families don't put this case to the justice because in many cases for the indigenous, they think that when a child, when a, a, a year happened with this process, they lost the virgin, they lost the culture, they lost different things, yeah. I think that all the sexual violence is a problem, but in this case, I think that the, the bigger problem is the lack of the culture, the lack of the rights, the lack to the process with the government. The government have a little delay, a little this uh, they don't researching these problems because they don't have um, letters, laws that government to this community. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon to tutor and partners. My name is Olga Carolina Cárdenas. I choose the topic of sexual abuse in subordinate workers. It is not necessary to resort to history to bring to me what has meaning and still means masculine power. What can be called as a myth has been to resort to religion, the interpretation of sacred texts to establish themselves as master and lords of the religious spirit and justify the crusades or Islamic jihad, organized invasions, violent conquests, and annihilations, and wars to extend their territorial, commercial, and cultural domains. Therefore, if it is power that exempts the person from not suffering uncomfortable, dishonorable, and humiliating situation, the woman cannot be exempted since it is sex that lacks power, uncomfortable, dishonorable, and humiliating situation such as workplace sexual harassment and sexual violence behavior in subordinate way, women. Social factors such as the countryside and a weak culture formed patriarchal society do the work in the fields generate effort and psychical demand and were only carried out by men since they considered that women have to dedicate themselves to less heavy work such as night and harvesting crops, seen as seen times women have been engaged in domestic chores. Sexual harassment is a form of discrimination based on gender. Although men may also be subject to sexual harassment, the truth is that most victims are women. The problem is related to the roles attributed to men and women in social and economic life. This affects the situation of women in the labor market. International Labour Organization offer for gender equality. In this way, authority, power, and leadership have been formed in favor of men having the power to violate on this basis of sex. Sexual harassment at work in Colombia. Law 1257 of 2008 for quality standards of hours, prevention and sanction of form of violence and discrimination against women are enacted. The Penal Code's criminal procedure Law 294 of 1996 are reformed and other provisions. This law in the Article 209 create Article 210 A of Law 599 of 2000, which reads as follows: sexual harassment with the for the benefit of you or a right party and you see your manifest superiority or relationship of authority of power age 6 employment social family or economic position harass persecute harass another person psychically or verbally for sexual purposes without consent will imprison 1, 2, 3 years. Survey of, oh my God, of male and female workers on workplace sexual harassment in Colombia may before that, according to the respondents, change sexual harassment at work. Thus, the responses perceived has more direct requests or versus to have non-consequent or unaccepted sex or sexual acts. A2 percentage. Email, text, message via cell phone, 72% consented physical contact that exceeds the limited, 72% to the responders perceive as more indirect observation, road looks that are not consequent or not accept comment jokes or jokes, intimate question about private life and psychical contact and kisses that are not consequent. The very nature of behaviors such as sexual harassment, particularly in the workplace, generates some difficulty when it comes to proving the circumstance in which this is found in a judicial proofs. The purpose of the active subject of the conduct of sexual harassment and war is to obtain sexual favors from the harassed without pretending to receive from work and to this occurrence on the occasion of sexual harassment at work. Sexual harassment before behaviors are adequately regulate and there are prevention mechanisms in favor of teens, but there is no materialization and more on the issue of gender due to the lack of convictions against harassing people. Thank you. Okay, next. Is the bibliography? Okay.
Okay. Okay, here we can find the word of our partner Aura that told about that the science sexual violence against children, but she has problems with the computer. Okay. In conclusion of this topic, I think that we we have to think about the problems, about that different things. For example, the behavior of the people, the responsibility of ours for to educate the child educate to the people to create a good environment for the other person. Yeah, I think this. Thank you very much, partners. Thank you very much, teacher, for your time. And this is our work for the group 18. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.